Well, hello again everyone, and I'm back in the van, and we've been packing up ready for our first trip away in 2021. You've been able to go on trips for quite some time. I think April the 12th was the first possible night you could have had away in the van, but of course we've been working on the brakes. So this is our first post-lockdown trip. Well, it's Friday morning and we're just about packed, I think, and nearly ready for the off. Going to call in at the tyre place first and get a couple of new back tyres for the van. You might remember that was another MOT advisory, that the tyres had a couple of flat spots on them. And we're also a little bit low on gas, so I'm going to try and pick up a gas bottle on the way as well. But I know some people have been having trouble getting hold of gas, but there's a little bit in there. Maybe it would be enough, but I'd rather start off with a nice full one. And we seem to have a bit of a stowaway. Mr. Ginge, you're not coming with us, you know, mate. Well, we've stopped for a bit of a tea break and maybe a bite to eat, and look at the lovely view out of the window. Yeah, nice little place to stop this. There we go, mug of tea and a nice sausage roll. Well, we've arrived at our campsite for the weekend. It's the Caravan Motorhome Club CL Kahana, which is in Bradfield near Manningtree in Essex. And it's a nice looking little site, isn't it? Hey darling.
It's lovely. Can I have my blanket please? It's a bit chilly out there.
A little bit chilly out there, yeah. Anyhow, time for a nice cup of tea. Well, that was a nice brew, but I don't think we're very far from the beach here. So whilst the weather is still nice, we're going to go and find the beach. Nikki's checking out the paddocks first. I think just a short way down this road is a little footpath. Yep, that's the footpath, I reckon. Yeah, there we go. Nice clear path leading down to the water. God, very nice. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I chose this CL to stay on, because Nikki said she was missing being by the sea. With the lockdown and everything, we haven't been by the sea for, well, over a year, I reckon. She got the scent of it in her nostrils, like off like a ferret down a rabbit hole. That's quite a magnificent old bridge to walk under. Hello, is there an echo? Yeah, not far from the water now. It's not the sea, of course, in reality it's the estuary, but I suppose that's close enough. Nikki didn't believe me that the train driver would honk if we waved. Just goes to show that I am right sometimes. I can't get right up to the water here because of the boggy bits. There is a big expanse of boggy bits. Well, a bit further along and we have got a bit where you can get down to the water's edge. And I think we're going to have a bit of a scamper on the beach. certainly is a very peaceful spot down here by the estuary, with the icy wind howling round you.
Not icy, you just like the drama.
Oh right. Oh, now I think it's a little stroll through these fields and then back up into the village of Bradfield. Not sure what this thing is on the beach here. Let's say it is a shipwreck. Look, it's got a, I guess that's the front, I guess that's the bows. There's remains of an old winch. Got a boiler there. Could have been, is it a boiler or is it a, I'm not sure what it is actually. Maybe it's a boiler. It doesn't look quite like an engine boiler, but yeah, who knows. But yeah, look, quite a substantial boat at one time, I'd say. I think that's the side of it. I think it's laying on its side. Got this pretty substantial steel beam running along, a steel with wood set into it. There's a another sort of rusty, either a boiler or a receiver pressure vessel or something. Don't know, odd. And here at the end, look, is the rudder. So yeah, there's definitely the back end and sort of steering gear at the top there. So yeah, this is sort of one side of it. It sort of collapsed a bit. I'm guessing that steel beam is the original keel. Yeah, you can see these timbers shaped. Quite a flat bottom thing, I suppose. Yeah, interesting. A couple of tanks there as well. Old metal tanks. I wonder if it was a dredger or something like that one time. Well, one thing's for sure, the old girl could do with a bit of light restoration now. Yeah, the workings of this old winch could definitely do with a touch of plus gas. That's in worse condition than my van brakes were. Now I've got to catch up with Nikki. Look, she's way over there. She got fed up waiting for me poking around there and she's marched off ahead. Right, let's catch up with her. Oh, caught up with Nikki now. That was pretty interesting. I do love an old wreck, don't I, darling?
Yes, dear.
Got another bridge to go under. This one looks a bit newer, not quite so interesting. Still a bit echoey though. Just a walk back up the road into the village now. Well, I think that's the pub. We might pop back there later. I'll go and quickly check it out, see when it opens. Well, I couldn't really work out when the pub opens. I think it's 4:30. I think the chap at the campsite told us 4:30, but yeah, nice church on the other side of the road as well. Anyway, Nikki's a bit tired now, so we're going to head back to the van, maybe have another cup of tea and relax for a while, I think. And here we go, back to the van. Oh, lovely. Nice cup of tea. Oh, well, I needed that. I had another sausage roll as well. Right, let's have a little look around the site. So we've got our electric hook up here, and just in that hole in the hedge, there's a little bit to the side, and that's the chemical waste disposal point. And on the other side of our van, we've got the bins and the drinking water, so we're pretty close to most of the facilities. And yeah, there's bags of space between the pitches, and nice big field to run around in, I suppose, if that's what you want to do. And these chaps seem quite friendly as well. Their mate over there hasn't come to say hello, but they have. And you can walk around this paddocky bit as well. If you've got a dog, that's sort of like the dog walk bit. So yeah, pretty pleased with this. This is a good first trip out, I think. Good site choice. And you can just about see the estuary as well if you peer through the paddock, so it's got a pretty good view really. Nice pond area behind the paddocks as well. We're actually in the sort of region where Matthew Hopkins was operating in the time of the witch hunts and witch trials and that sort of thing. So yeah, maybe some witches were ducked in this very pond. Ah, well, we've been relaxing in the van a little bit this evening, or this afternoon, early evening, and we're now going to try walking down to the local pub. I haven't been to a pub for over a year as well, so that'll be an experience.
And you
I think we'll have to.
Crystal Ship the other day.
The Crystal Ship. Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, that was more of a bar though, wasn't it? Yeah, there's a little bar in the industrial estate near where we live where you could sit outside in a marquee. So I suppose we have really, but anyway, we're going to walk down to the pub and maybe have a little drink outside in the sunshine while it lasts. Oh well, it was quite wet this morning. Eased off a bit now, just a slight little mizzle in the air. And we're going to go off for a bit of a walk and see if we can find Old Knobbley. Really did rain a lot last night. Look at all the puddles. Yes. Got wet feet now, haven't you? So we have to walk down this lane a bit, and then I think there should be a footpath at the end, or where it turns a corner. Well, we're not going this way, we're just diverted off the path to have a look at this lovely bit of woodland full of the old bluebells. Very nice. Pleasant little bit of woodland, eh, darling? I've come across this little memorial to Squadron Leader Mervyn Horatio Herbert, Viscount Clive, and Navigator Operator Albert Eastwood. Died when their Mosquito crashed in this wood in 1943. An absolute carpet of bluebells through here. Marvellous. Oh well, this is our footpath of the way on. Does look a little bit damp underfoot. Now I think we just head across here. It is looking a bit threatening still. Hope it doesn't rain anymore. This section here is, I believe, the old railway cutting. Looks like this side's been filled in, but this side is flooded. Well, we are now about to enter the woods where Old Knobbley lives, so hopefully it won't be too hard to find, eh?
Who is he? The goblin or what?
What, Old Knobbley?
Old Knobbley, is he goblin?
There's a tree.
Oh, what goblin?
It's an old knobbly tree. Well, there's a lot of pretty ancient oak trees in this wood, but I don't think we've found Old Knobbley yet. That one looks pretty ancient, doesn't it? And there he is, Old Knobbley, which I believe is the oldest tree in the country, or the oldest oak tree. Over 900 years old. I think dated to 1221 when he was an acorn. So yeah, seen a lot of action as Old Knobbley. Yeah, still very much alive, still got green leaves starting on him. So hopefully Knobbley will be around for a long time. Does look like he's been damaged by fire at some point. Hopefully accidental and not deliberate. But yeah, down here looks a little bit charred too. But what a cracking old fella he is. Legend also has it that Old Knobbley was shelter for accused witches being hunted by Matthew Hopkins, who hid in the cracks in the tree trunk. There's also like a little trim trail in these woods and quite a few rope swings that the kids have put up.
As Alex being in his element, being a kid. I'm not sure why I suggested it to him, but there you go. I'm surprised he didn't suggest it himself. Yep, there you are, Alex in his happy place. He'll just stay there for hours. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got to go now. I'm going to rescue him.
That's another very old looking oak. Still got some green leaves on the top, so still clinging on. Right, well, we're in Mistley now and we're just going to walk into the town, see if we can get a coffee, and maybe a coffee and a bun somewhere, who knows. Well, unfortunately the pub is closed. We asked some other folk and they said they couldn't find anywhere to have a coffee or anything either, so I think we're just going to head back towards the campsite. Looks like there might be a little shop up here. We might be able to get a little something in the little shop. Well, I managed to get a traditional Essex delicacy in the shop, a chicken bolty pasty.
And right.
And Nikki's got crisps and some water, haven't you, darling? Proper treat, eh?
They had to take you out, eh?
Well, we were going to try walking back along the road, but there's no footpath by the side of the road, so I'm going to walk up this lane a little way and pick up the path that we came down on. That's probably a bit more of a shorter route back anyway, I reckon. Back at the motorhome now, and I've got the kettle on for a brew because I reckon we deserve it after that walk, didn't you? I did rather enjoy that walk today. Had a nice meal this evening. Had a little venison burger with some potatoes and vegetables, and filled up the water tanks, emptied the bog, all that sort of thing that you have to do. I'm going to have a last turn round the paddocks before settling in for the evening, I think. We've driven down to Walton-on-the-Naze and we've parked in the Naze car park. Gonna have a little bit of a look round before we head home. Nanny, you finally got to the sea. Is that good?
Fantastic.
What are you up to, mate? Been quite a few recent cliff falls here by the look of it. Apparently down on the beach is a good place to find fossilised shark's teeth. Yeah, we might have a look down there later if we get a chance. Yeah, there really has been quite a lot of cliff slippage around these parts by the look of it. So this part of the Naze that we're on now was used in the Second World War for developing rockets and such. But I think they had a few problems with them and they didn't really get very far till after the war. I think there was an anti-aircraft battery here as well, so yeah. Certainly a very pleasant spot, and the weather's much better today than it was yesterday. Sun's out. It was a little bit cool when we got here, but
You say?
the sun's out. What? I said the sun. Oh right. Okay, well yeah, the sun is indeed out. Lovely. Now, well, Nikki's headed back because she doesn't fancy going any further down here, but I'm gonna have a little look, see what I can find. Yeah, loads of people walking their dogs down here. Obviously a very popular dog walking spot. Looks like this tree has fallen down on the beach. I probably could clamber down there to get to the beach, but yeah, lots of kids around, so I don't really want to set a bad example. Lovely spot though, eh? Yeah, another poor old tree fallen down there. This is the end of the Naze. You can get down onto the beach bit here, and over in the distance there you can see the cranes of the docks, Harwich docks I guess. Oh, what a lovely spot. Let's have a little look, see if we can find any shark's teeth. If I'm honest, don't really know where to look or what I'm looking for. Well, I know what I'm looking for obviously, but yeah, not sure really. Yeah, lots of shells and stones and stuff, but I'm guessing the best place to look is amongst this gravelly stuff, but not really sure. Someone's ripped this fella's arm off, look. Now I think if my memory of nature books I had as a child are right, that is the egg sac of a wrasse, but I could be completely wrong. Okay, well I'm not finding much, and I probably should go back and find Nikki, so wonder if we could make it back along the beach. Let's have a look. Well, just clambered over that little lot, not recommended, pretty slippy. We're going to see if we can find something on the base of these cliffs. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not really seeing much. Yeah, it's just these dark stone bits, but don't know, is that the best place to look, right at the base of the cliff? Well, even if I don't find any, it's not a bad spot to walk in. Well, I'm not having much luck finding anything. I'm not a very good fossil hunter, I don't think. Didn't have much luck when we were in Helmsley last year, did I? Oh well, I suppose I better head back and find Nikki. She might be getting a little bit fed up waiting for me, wandering about on the beach. I think I probably need a bit more time to hunt carefully through this stuff. But maybe another day, eh? Everyone's looking, but I'm not sure anyone's finding much. There she is, look, I found her again. What have you been up to?
Lying on the rocks listening to the sound of the sea.
Very good.
Meditating.
Oh well, there we are, back to the van. Well, it was a bit disappointing not to find any fossilised prehistoric shark's teeth. Bloody unreliable things, these dinosaurs. All I managed to find was this small collection of attractive shells, but I suppose that's quite good. Anyhow, I guess that brings our weekend to an end. All that remains is to drive home. Hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to seeing you in the next exciting production. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Give the like button a press. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more.